they will be able to have enough in storage. So all that will inform the reason for this panic buying and, of course, panic hoarding. But that is why government has to come out to make things very clear to you that this is not on the cards. We are not contemplating this policy direction. That's why we want to just ensure that our people know that they can just remain calm and don't have to hoard or do any panic buying, that we don't intend to remove subsidy now. So that's why we actually are making this announcement at this point. Somebody asked about legality. Of course, I already mentioned that. We also see the legal implications. There is a provision, a 6 months provision in the PIA, which will expire in February. And that's why we are coming out to say, look, before the expiration of this time, this is what we intend to do. And if you listen carefully, I also mentioned to you that we engaged the legislature. Or we believe that this will go to the legislature we will apply for some amendment of the law so that we will still be within the law. We are proposing an 18-month extension, but what the National Assembly is going to approve will be up to them. We will approve an 18-month extension. We will propose an 18-month extension, and then, of course, it's up to the National Assembly to look at it and then pass the amendment as they see fit. Somebody asked if it is because of the elections. Of course not. As I told you, first it's just the human face of the government and the president especially. He wants certain structures to be in place, and he insists that if we want to remove subsidy, we must make sure that we put every measure in place to protect the suffering masses of Nigeria. That is the president's insistence. So we are now taking steps to ensure that these processes are in place. And this now gets into the labor engagement that we are talking about. We are already talking with labor, and our discussion with labor is also around these palliatives and mitigations. So all this will have to come together. That's why we decided at this time, especially since we are running against time, with the legal time frame approaching very quickly, we thought we should come to you and let you know that we are taking steps to amend the law and to ensure that we are within the law. And let me also say this, because somebody mentioned here the possibility of gradual increase. That is not on the table as well. We are going to come back to you. I told you that by July 2022, we'll be in a position to come back to you and to explain how far we have gone. But gradual increase, whatever, or any increment, whatever, guys, is not on the table at this time. Yeah, you want to say something? Well, we did not insist. It is a law that was passed, and it was passed. You see, every law is not cast in stone, my friend. Every law, usually when you start operating a law, you now begin to see some issues that need to be adjusted. Even an architect, when he designs a house, doesn't have to build a house the way it's designed. Look, I'm telling you that everybody, look, an architect, for example, gets the he gets the design of the site, and he designs according to the site. But when he gets to the site, to actual construction, he can see need to adjust, to make some adjustments. That's what we are doing, and I think we are very well within the ambit of what is needful to do. Even sometimes your barber, when he wants to cut your hair, he has to look at the shape of your head very well and adjust the hairstyle. So, in fact, no law is cast in stone. So we are now trying to see how we can rejig the law. This is not going to be the only amendment of the PIA. You all remember that a few months ago, Mr. President already proposed some amendments. This is not the first amendment. So why are you very particular about this amendment? Mr. President already proposed some amendments of the law. He has now, we are going to propose this amendment. There might be other amendments that will be proposed because that is the way the law is. I mean, we will continue to adjust it as we see fit, as we operate it. Okay.
Honorable Minister, the GMD, and our chief executives from the oil industry, let me say thank you to you on behalf of the Presidential Communication Team for coming to shed light on what is perhaps the biggest issue in the country as of today. So we appreciate your coming, and we believe that things will unfold, just as the Prime Minister has promised that maybe by July, they will revert. If there is before July, this platform will always be available. Thank you very much. And gentlemen of the press, thank you for coming. And we just plead for fair reportage. Thank you very much.